Hi, my name is Irina Marinescu and I'm here with the one and only band that I want to see today, TesseracT. Hi, how are you doing? How's Sibiu?
Very good, yeah, we're all nice and hot and a bit stressy.
A bit stressy?
Yeah, there's a lot of technical stuff going on backstage at the minute, but we're hoping to have a really good sound check soon.
Well, what makes up for it is it's a really beautiful environment, lovely place, beautiful town.
Stunning.
So you had a chance to walk around and see the sights?
A little bit. We have a day off tomorrow, so we're going to explore properly tomorrow.
Akil and I went to a bar last night just up the road, which was really nice, and we walked around a few squares. Tomorrow I intend to go and see the Bridge of Lies. That looks quite exciting.
Yeah, it is a bit exciting.
Lots of our tour manager's been planning some tourist trips for us.
Very cool.
It's good like that.
Cool.
Let's talk a little bit about the hottest news you dropped 2 weeks ago. War of Being, the first single of your next album. I was really curious about it because you made such a big statement with it. It's 11 minutes long. The video is a work of art created by AI, I think. It's a combination of CGI and AI. And also, the thing that stuck with me from the song was the theme and the bass. And I was wondering, what's the story behind it? How did you come up with the whole concept?
How long have we got? Do we have an hour? It's a very big concept.
Okay.
I guess I should touch on the video to start with, because that's actually, there's a whole series of teams that are involved in making that. It is CGI, so there's no AI element in it. It's all created by humans, but within the CGI world. It was made in Unreal 5 engine, if you're familiar with that, and our parts were green screen and shot against it. It was a massive project, which took us months.
6 months,
months, yeah. But the concept itself is, I wouldn't have enough time to go through it all now, but it primarily is about, if I was to break it down very simply, it is about the war of existing, the war of being, like the war that we all experience, that inner turmoil, that those questions we ask each other. And I think it's our biggest album for sure. It's our biggest concept. We've put a lot of love and energy into it, and I'm sure that at some point we'll come out with the full story, because there's a lot to take in. But there are lots of things that are happening in the pipeline that all tie it all together. So the next, we actually have a computer game which we've developed to go alongside the album as well, which links into the music video. So the world that you can see in the music video, you'll be able to experience in VR and actually listen to the album in VR. So lots of forward-thinking approach to this. It definitely felt like make or break for us in some ways, just because, I don't know, we've been out of the game for 5 years. We've been busy in that time. Our last album was relatively short for an album, so I think we wanted to come back with possibly a statement, but really and ultimately I think the song is a love letter to the fans who have stuck by us for so long, which is why we weren't too scared about putting out such a big epic song. That, you know, perhaps a lot of people might not get it straight away, because a lot of people want to listen to quick, easy listening songs, and we wanted to challenge people in that way.
And how do you feel after this whole process? Do you feel exhausted? The album, I heard, it's going to be an hour long. It's one of the longest works you've created so far. How does it feel to actually do it?
I can't say I feel personally a sense of relief at the minute, because things are so exciting and there's a lot going on, and we've got tours lined up. So there's never a dull moment. It's always exciting.
I feel like this is actually the beginning, isn't it? Like the album is the beginning, and now it's the journey of where that takes us, what we do, how we, the live show. There's big plans for our headline tour with some levelling up the production to kind of match, I guess the epicness of what we tried to convey with the record. And so, ask that question again in 2 years.
I hope I will have the chance to. I talked to a friend before coming here. He's the most greatest fan. He's also a musician. He's a jazz player, and he was curious to know your approach to composition, because to them it's a whole different thing. He wanted to know your approach to composition. Who comes up with what? How do you develop together music? Concepts for videos, like the whole discussion he wants to know about.
I think the album is a combination of old ideas and new ideas. In the past, primarily, I think it's fair to say that Ackle, our other guitarist, has been the main songwriter for a long time in terms of the music. And then I will get hold of little demos, and they may only be like a minute or 30 seconds long, and I put some vocals to them, and they slowly grow. I think the best way of putting it is really, it's the way that we construct songs is like a sonic jigsaw. Mm-hmm. So we don't go in there with an idea, they're evolving ideas constantly, and we see where they go. Sometimes a song goes down a dead end and we don't use it, and we have hundreds of ideas that we cherry pick from and try and rejuvenate and make into songs. But a lot of this album was a collaboration between everybody in the band this time. So not just Ackle, James, Jay, Amos the bassist, myself, all together in one room for the first time in a very long time, and actually creating together. So it's been a nice process, a very creative process.
I suppose that ties into Amos handles a lot of the visuals, ideas and concepts, and I think his mind is always working at the same time with the music. How can this be portrayed in the visual form? But then I guess that's another massive rabbit hole we could go down and talk about.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a question that I really enjoy asking musicians. What do you most appreciate about each other as musicians, as artists?
From my perspective, I think we all bring something very different to TesseracT. We all have unique skill sets outside of the band which contribute to TesseracT as a whole. I think we're all forward-thinking. We get together, so we get along very well, and I think that's just down to the fact that we've been friends for such a long time. We all have ups and downs, but we know each other so well that we can always, get through any issues we might encounter along the way. And we're just really good friends, aren't we?
I think everything just runs very smoothly, which I think is vital when you're in each other's close quarters, sometimes for 6 weeks on end, and it works very well.
I'm really happy to hear. So that was my interview. Thank you for taking the time. I hope you have a wonderful time in Sibiu, and have fun with it. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to see you live.
Yeah, we can't wait to play later. It's actually our first time playing the song Wall of Being today, so we're excited.
The first time playing it live?
Yeah, so if it's terrible, I'm sorry.
I feel honored to listen to it for the first time. Awesome. Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.